You guys just finished your ChoiceOS Mythic Voyage. How do you feel?
Super great.
Excellent. Super great. Well, we say that we do the most intensive heavy-duty workshop on the planet. How do you feel about the workshop now that you've lived it? Does it live up to the hype?
100%.
I've done many, but this one, aye.
Can't even explain this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'd heard about how hard it is, you know, but it's something that with the 11 Argonauts that I knew, none of them could describe, you know, the experience that I was going to have. So it's definitely been an eye-opener. It's been pretty intense, but also the hardest but the best thing that I've ever done for myself.
For me, it's the best investment I have done for me. The best gift that I can give to my soul, and just being here in this planet and give the best. And this workshop gave me all what I was looking for, like a planning for my life and just to see my paradoxes, my limits that was just straightforward in my face and I couldn't see it. And I need someone as you guys, so you can just guide me through the whole process. So I feel so much gratitude. Thank you.
So I've been doing like self-experience shit and therapy for 5 years now. And I think I spent like, I don't know, like 30, 40K in total on all that shit. And if someone had told me about this 5 years ago, I would have got myself like a nice car or something. Yeah, I was skeptical. Like a friend was telling me about it and I got interested, but I was also skeptical until I arrived. I was not sure what to expect and I was a bit like, you know, mind fucking and brain fucking about it. But it turned out like I took my last money. I'm broke now and I have never been happier in my whole life. So I think it's the best thing you can do to yourself. Yeah, really.
Yeah, it was literally a roller coaster of emotions. So going up, going down, going up again, down, and then up, and I'm not gonna spoil the rest. But yeah, it was so intense. I've done so many stuff I never thought I'm gonna do, and yeah, that was for me groundbreaking and yeah, really, really intense. Yeah, that was really amazing.
And now look at this guy. I didn't even like him in the beginning, and now I fucking love him, you know?
This was my second time coming to one of these, and it still blew my mind this time, and it's still mind-boggling how different I feel right now than I did 2 weeks ago even, and I thought I had been better, and it still like shot me out of a cannon. But yes, this place is incredible. I love it so much. I love the people here. I love the people that I meet. Everyone's amazing.
I think what makes this very unique is how holistic it is. You know, it covers all the different aspects. You feel like you have gotten so much out of it in those 2 weeks, the level of clarity and the applicability, you know, is the guidance, the simplicity, and kind of everything, the way it was delivered just makes it unique. And yeah, I'm mind blown, you know, I'm very excited to go back. But also like, you need to put the fucking work in. Like it's, you know, you only get a return of investment and it's a massive one if you really push through.
So you all seem to be wide open, feeling a lot very connected with each other. Can you talk a little bit about how you feel different now after your workshop compared to maybe how you felt yourself when you entered in?
I mean, for me, I was super afraid of being seen. I was super afraid to show all of myself, and that I felt like people would never accept me, or I could never be loved, and I was never able to love myself as a consequence. And yeah, I mean, I literally felt like my chest was like inflamed at the start from how much I was just tight and not able to really feel and express myself. And yeah, now I feel pretty fucking great. And I love these guys. So
I felt so ashamed and afraid of truly being a woman. I was so stuck on just on my masculine energy and not truly expressed and accept the divine that I am. So I'm truly feel that I have been like for a year here. It seems like, because it was so much so many emotions that were just like up and downs, as he said, and just like I feel that I was gone for a year, so a lot, but great.
I think the negative aspect, like the negative emotions that you experience, are so necessary and
Yep.
so beneficial once you push through them.
Yeah.
Like the beauty in the pain, yeah?
The beauty in the pain. The beauty in the pain.
Yeah, I mean, I felt lonely. I was feeling disconnected from the outside world. I was feeling powerless, and now powerless is basically a word without meaning. I mean, I literally held a mountain on the top of my head. So if that's not the definition of power, I mean, come on.
Yeah, you really did amazing, man.
Yeah.
So that actually sounds a little bit tough. What would you say, guys, was the most challenging part of the workshop for you personally?
for me, it was honestly like the last day. Because it was a massive blind spot. It was something that I had not seen and didn't know was sabotaging my life. And yeah, it's something really strong inside me of just never feeling like things are ever going to be enough. And that was the toughest thing. Also because Mika's asked me to get up and do a dance in front of everyone, which is like my worst nightmare. But I did it, well, after some help, I did it. And yeah, so it's like the toughest moments are actually the best moments, because it showed me something that I didn't know before, and you can't change what you don't know. So it's great.
I think for me, watching, especially since I've done this one other time, like watching what everyone else is going through, you can really, really relate to them. But the crazy part about this I found is like it's so personal. Like all of a sudden there will be a moment where something hits you and it goes like as deep as you could possibly imagine, right into all your own insecurities and guilt and shame and all your own personal stuff, and your walls try to come back up and you try to block and you sabotage, and like it's such a, like, this is the most personal struggle that I've ever gone through, and every time I come it's different, but it couldn't get any more me, basically. Like that was the hardest part for me. Like it comes to like the deepest part of you and you have to face that and work through that.
For me, I think it was to realize that even though I say that I want something or I try something, I actually don't really. And like Mickey's really confronting me with my basically subconscious sabotaging me, and then basically getting out of my way. Like I was, up until a certain point, I was super stuck in my head. Like I was like thinking, okay, I'm telling myself I want to do this, but I kept being somehow closed up or tight. And then he did a really good trick that that one ceremony really hit me right in the face because I wasn't expecting it. And that for me in the end did the trick. And what was nice for me to see is that I think the only thing one needs to go through this workshop is to really to stay and to keep on trying. Like no one's gonna like fuck you up, or no one's gonna throw you out if you're committed to really, you know, giving the best you can and giving the best you have, which includes staying until the end. I mean, that's something that you have to push through, and if you do that, you get the fucking greatest reward of all times. Yeah.
For me, truly was just to get out of the victimhood position, and just like always thinking that I am the victim of everything. It was his fault, her fault, and everyone's fault, and I was not assuming my responsibility. So that was for sure very challenging, and accepting and really feel it that okay, now I am powerful, so I can do this. If it's my fault, I am powerful. So yes.
Pushing yourself to the point where you feel like you can't do this, you know, and then recognizing that and challenging your own beliefs, like, hey, why do I think I can't do this, you know, and then breaking through that, you know. So that was for me the one, and the confronting my own demons and fighting so hard for like 10-15 minutes to actually crack it, you know, like, and just trust and keep on breathing instead of giving up. Everybody around you is breaking through, and it's like, fuck, oh, I want to get there, and then you push so hard that you run against the wall, and you realize, fuck, I'm actually trying to run into a wall while there's a door to the next side, you know. So stopping, witnessing, and maybe finding your own way.
Choosing.
Cheers.
For me, it's a unique combination of many things, of like so much information that I didn't have before, which allowed me to actually make sense of everything that didn't make sense before in my life. And then also one big part was hosting, like being. Feeling like home, and like getting amazing food every day, like being taken care of, feeling loved, feeling at home. I think all that contributes to this kind of experience.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's for me the package is like insane, amazing. Yeah.
For me, the ceremony experience was so impressive just because you feel a power that is in the whole universe, just going through the whole space room. That is something beyond that you cannot imagine. It's not just like a usual meditation spot and just connect with yourself. This one is something bigger. Like we are so connected with the whole universe, and just feeling that you are part of it. So it makes it just such an awesome vivid experience.
But yeah, powerful moment. Yeah, probably towards the end, where the majority of us, definitely the three of us, including you, we had this moment where we literally fought our inner demons, the self-doubt, the self-guilt, all combined. And that's when we went supernova. We literally exploded into the universe. And it was a whole... I don't know how to describe it.
It's hard to
An
describe.
explosion of emotions. From crying to laugh, like literally, like you never laughed before. Your inner child just bursting into pure happiness, and then just laugh, running all of us towards the pool and playing like kids. I mean, that moment was epic. Epic. I mean, for me, that was the best.
Yeah.
It was shocked for me just like to realize like everything what I was afraid of, it is just like everything is as it exactly as deliciously as it should be. So to get that now, it is like just happy to be and confident just to be outside in the world and show up and be my best version of what I can do, and everything that we have is what we need to keep just in evolution.
But I think what's important to add is there's not a state of ignorance that we are kind of closing the eyes from what's going on, but it's like more of how do we perceive it? Like, it's our choice to actually recognize it for what it is. And if it's good or evil, right or wrong is a different story at the end, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, I can say for myself, like, feel like a ton lighter with so many less worries. Well,
Yeah. For me, it's the same. I'm super stoked to go back with all that information and like all the tools that we have now. We can like stay connected, and we have like somewhere to go, and we have each other, and we can, you know, share our experiences going back. And I'm pretty confident. Like, I'm super confident to go back. Although it hurts a little bit to leave. Yeah, and at the same time, I'm like, for me, I have to remind myself that it's not gonna be a walk in the park. Like, it's gonna be work, and the journey just started basically. And yeah, I'm super motivated to really push through now that I really know that I can do it. Yeah. So yeah.
For me, I feel so much more peace and less worry and less sitting in my head running in circles in a shitty mindset. Like, I feel excited about my future more than I ever have, and I feel this thing building inside of me, and I want to stoke that fire and see how much I can make that build and what I can accomplish and who I can become. I'm so excited.
Yeah, man. I mean, a lot of happiness. I can finally smile, show my face. You know.
The thing I would also like to say is that I realized that happiness is a practice. It's not something that just appears magically and then it goes magically away, but it's a practice, and you can practice it, and then the more you practice, the better you get at it. So yeah, and you can be whatever you want to be. So yeah.
I think for those that are really looking for the others, this is where to go. We love you.
You know what?
Ba-ba-da-ba-dum, ba-ba-da-ba-dum.